Yeah. We're back with more Bioshock.
Nice.
There we go. Now, last time I ended off, I had some Atom to spend on new plasmids and stuff, and I didn't know what to get. And I decided to not make that decision, to not make that choice right away, and save it for now. So here we are. I have enough for the physical and engineering tonic slots. I don't know if I want to get that. That might be worth it, though. Oh yeah, I forgot to switch that to live chat. Hold on. There we go, that's better. Insect Swarm 2 could be useful. Incinerate 2 could be useful. Maybe I will just upgrade Incinerate.
By the way, do you know, are we allowed to talk about the ad block thing at all?
The what?
The ad block situation at all? Are we allowed to talk about that?
I don't know. I'm gonna turn you up just a bit because you're a little bit quiet compared to the game. Say something?
Fair enough. I am playing a game called Gatekeeper. There you go.
There we. Yeah, that sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Incinerate too. I think that's worth it right now. Hello. Hello again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you're all doing well, chat.
Looks like the Ocean's got itch to retake this corner of Archer. This happened right after the start of the war. Read about it in the papers. Head on in. I'll see what I can dig up to help.
This bitch did so much damage to my fucking turret.
I'm no engineer, but if I read these plans right, you can channel that magma flow using the redirect valve. It'll boil off that water right quick, and you'll be able to reach the core. But Ryan's sure to take notice. Might want to set up a perimeter just to be certain.
I don't have any trap bolts. It's a crime on my part. Good thing there's a UN vent right here. Oh, that's easy. I'll do that. Maybe a bit less easy than I thought. No, that was easy. I don't know why hacking a machine would make items cost less materials. That doesn't really make much sense, does it?
I assume that that's them. You're taking the profit off that they want, and it's just only leaving the material cost that's absolutely required to make the item.
So the profit for the owners of UInvent would be like the actual materials. So
Yeah.
like, okay, this trap bolt costs a battery, glue, and alcohol. So we'll ask for more than we need so we can get just free materials.
Basically, that's the only thing I can think of that would make it remotely be logical, you know?
Possibly, I guess?
I can't see any other way that it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, as on face value, like, oh, it just costs less resources now because I did a little hacky-doop-de-doop. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
As you rightly pointed out.
I'm gonna save. before doing this, because I don't actually know if I can put a trap bolt on the moving fan blade. Yeah, it doesn't work. I hoped. I've never played Bioshock, but I got introduced to Fallout New Vegas through the old 20th century music, and may try this game out someday. I recommend it. I think Bioshock is a good game. Yeah. Fuck. And even if you don't...
Yeah, Santiago, it doesn't matter who it sees you as. Again, we're just trying to figure out why it would physically require less resources in any situation.
Yeah. Like just to give an example, bit of an autistic example, but it's one that'll work, I suppose. Like, if you go and buy a Lego set and there's like 500 pieces in there, there might be like 3 or 4 pieces that are extra. Everything else is required to build the set.
Yeah.
Because that's the way things work. If I want to build, like, a hammer, I need a piece of wood, and I need a piece of metal in a hammer shape. You can't, like, hack that to be less.
Yeah.
I could try, I suppose. Wouldn't turn out well. I'm surprised they had the foresight to make the fan blades break the trap. It's actually kind of impressive that they did that.
But if I hack that Lego set... yeah.
Hopefully that won't be too high. Oh. What? Okay, you know what? That works. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Time to hack the goal to speed up the Starfield review. God. That fucking game, man. It is just so bad.
Yeah. And again, no shade on... Well, a little bit of shade on TKS Mantis. And this is for me, I'm not speaking on behalf of Crete, I'm speaking on behalf of myself, but... you see Bethesda going in a downward spiral to the point where it might as well be an airplane doing a nosedive into the ground. And you thought Starfield was gonna be the one? I don't know how you think that. Like, I don't know what would make...
Well,
somebody...
a lot of people don't see it as Bethesda spiraling for some reason.
Yeah, but I thought TKS Mantis was one of those people because he was so critical of Bethesda, you know? That's why I'm a little, like, there's a little shade on him for that. It just seems like one of those, like, you should have known. I don't know how you didn't.
Wait, did one of the... Wait, can you only have a limited amount?
Yeah, one of your strings vanished when you did the fire thing.
That's dumb. Is it an actual limitation?
Seems so. Because the one by the door, you had two by that door to your left right now. And when you fired the one, the other one vanished.
There is. What the fuck? That is dumb. That is fucking dumb. Alright. Starfield is the best image of modern gaming. Lazy, uninspired, pretentious, and presented like it is a revolution. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty accurate.
Alright. Ooh, you know what? I want to hack that too quickly. Probably won't need it. I don't expect enemies to try and use it, but they might. And I don't want them to. There we go. Alright. Incendiary bolt is go. Napalm. Let's use the nitrogen here. I'm full up on it, and I don't use it or like it at all. Okay, that's maxed out. Nope.
Right.
Now I don't have any exploding buck. But I do have anti-personnel rounds. Alright.
Will these creatures kill you? Even I don't know. As you drag me closer to the abyss, you pull yourself right along with me. I offer you quick death, Darcy. It would be preferable to what you will learn if you win.
They're all coming from that side. Keep in mind, I'm playing on very hard, and I didn't even have to defend myself there. They all took care of themselves for me.
Hope so. Best be heading on to the core.
Yeah, I way over-prepared, god damn. I wonder if there's anything up there. Doomsday Prepper? I mean, I guess. I genuinely, I thought it was like this big segment where lots of enemies are coming in. No, it was just a few of them, and they all necked themselves for me.
Yep.
So far away from your family, from your friends, from everything you ever loved. But for some reason, you like it here. You feel something you can't quite put your finger on. Think about it for a second, and maybe the word will come to you. Nostalgia.
I like that Because it means Ryan has already figured out what the fuck is going on, who you are.
Yeah. I actually like Andrew Ryan that he's so principled that even when you're bashing him to death, like he refuses to bend
Yeah.
even a moment.
What did Atlas offer you? A piece of my plundered city? Mark my words, your only reward will be a knife in the back.
He's a man of strong conviction.
Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
All my physical defenses fall. Will not defeat me. My strength is not in steel and fire, but in my intellect and will. You hear me, Atlas? Andrew Ryan offers you nothing but ashes.
I'll grab that super chat in just a second. There it is.
In the end, all that matters to me is me. And all that matters to you is
$10 from Itiko the Tricky. Thank you. How's the phrase go? A goat chooses while a slave obeys? How's it going, Kree? Hello.
Oh yeah, Kree, for the on Monday, do you mind if I do an @everyone in your Discord for the birthday stream?
For the birthday stream? Sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
Even in the book of lies, sometimes you find truth. There is indeed a season.
I'm gonna try and do all kinds of like shenaniganry
Now that I see who
for the
flesh
stream.
to flesh
Yeah.
and blood to blood, I know I cannot raise my hand against you. But know this, you are my greatest disappointment. Does your master hear me? Atlas, you can kill me, but you will never have my city. My strength is not in steel and fire. That is what the parasites will never understand. A season for all things. A time to live and a time to die. A time to build and a time to destroy! Come now, my child. There is one final thing to discuss.
What? Ryan set the core to self-destruct. This is different than what you did. He's got a mind to take down the whole damn city. Get in there and whack the chunk before the whole joint blows.
You do that to your puppy?
Hold on, I want to make sure the audio. Voiceover volume is up. I'm gonna have to turn the master volume up a bit.
Alright.
She's very pretty.
Thank you, Papa Sushant.
Break her neck for me.
What?
Break that sweet pie's neck. Advanced deployment, Lot 111, Dr. Sejong, Client Fontaine Futuristics. Baby is now a year old, weighs 58 pounds, and possesses gross musculature of a fit 19-year-old. The results are disappointing, but within expected tolerances.
It's interesting some of the details here too in this scene. Like, yeah, obviously they've got the picture of the fake picture of the old farmer parents of the player character, but I like the security camera stuff they forgot here. I wish there was a little bit more. But like the fact that you know,
Yeah.
and just the paranoid schizo board where it's like, oh no, he's actually right. He realizes all the connections. I am going to mute for this segment.
The assassin has overcome my final defense, and now he's come to murder me. In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys. You think you have memories. A farm. A family. An airplane. A crash. And then this place. Was there really a family? Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master. Was a man sent to kill, or a slave? A man chooses. A slave obeys. Come in. Stop. Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit. Would you kindly? Stand. Would you kindly? Run. Stop. Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill! A man chooses! A slave obeys! Obey!
Hurry now! Grab Ryan's genetic key! Now would you kindly put it in that goddamn machine?
God. It's such a crazy reveal. I still like it.
Yeah.
Although if Ryan wanted to destroy the city so Atlas couldn't get his hands on it, why wouldn't he destroy the genetic key?
don't know.
They do have a bit of a problem with that.
Nice work by all. It's time to end this masquerade. There ain't no Atlas kid. Never was. Selling my line of work takes on a variety of aliases. Hell, once I was even a Chinaman for 6 months. You and a sword. So I guess I owe you a little honesty. The name's Frank Fonte.
I gotta say, I had a lot of business partners in my life, but you, of course, the fact that you were genetically conditioned to bark like a cocker spaniel when I said, would you kindly, might have had something to do with it, but still. Now, as soon as that machine finishes processing the genetic key you just fished off Ryan, I'm gonna run Rapture tits to toes. You got it, pal. You know what they say? Never mix business with friendship. Thanks for everything, kid. Don't forget to say hi to Ryan for me.
Oh, he was really prepared to have his own logo show up there. God damn. Oh god, where's the vent? Oh god. Those children led me to my death! It's time to kill them. Yeah.
Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city where you were born. You are angry at Fontaine, yes? Now you know the truth. You are his tool, brought back to Rapture to save him. You have saved many of my little ones. I owe you a debt. While you sleep, I undo some of Fontaine's mental conditioning. His control is no longer complete, but he can still pull some very unpleasant strings. We made your mind with many locks and keys. Fontaine has most of those keys, but not all. Suchong designed your mind, taught Fontaine to control you. You might find answers in Suchong's flat in Mercury Suites.
I don't know how you undo mental conditioning. Like, they seem like, it comes across as like, yeah, I just did the thing, it's fine.
The one who saved
But
me.
like, I don't know. It feels like it would be a lot more difficult than, yeah, I just did it.
Mama Tubba said he'll help us.
Yeah, I agree. It should be something that takes like a long time.
There he is.
You constantly get told like, would you kindly stand up?
Yeah.
And then get like a light punishment each time you do it. Slap on the wrist or whatever.
Easier to
It's like,
help
no,
us.
sit down. Would you kindly stand up? Slap. Okay, let's try again. Would you kindly stand up? Until you eventually get to where hearing the word doesn't automatically trigger the response to
I
do it and then build up from there.
I think it's supposed to be more, like, the implication is that it's more like not just mental conditioning, but there's like a chemical aspect to it somehow. Because the cure for his next thing is literally like
Now you've got hooked
a
up
chemical
with
cocktail you
Tenenbaum,
take.
Huh, kid? She's
Yeah.
a regular mother goose. Alright, fun's fun, kid. But now, go stepped on by a big daddy. Would you kindly? Huh? I says, would you kindly go get stepped on by a big daddy? Seems like Mother Goose has been playing around in your egg salad. If you won't dance to that tune, I got others. Code Yellow. I just told your brain to tell your heart to stop beating. Not right off the bat, mind you. The heart's a stubborn muscle, but it ain't that stubborn.
Man, how screwed would you be if you didn't buy any of the health upgrades up until this point?
Once you are free of Fontaine's control, then you can have your revenge. And we can keep my little ones out of his filthy hands.
Genetic conditioning using the brain slugs. That makes a lot more sense. Because, yeah, that's part of how they control the little sisters, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. As much as I've grown tired of this hacking minigame, I still prefer it to Fallout 4's Fallout 4. The 3D Fallout game's hacking minigame.
I don't know, I kind of like the puzzle aspect of the 3D Fallouts. But that's one of the puzzles I'm actually really good at, so I'm very biased.
Yeah, fair.
If it was like slide puzzles, for example, then I
Oh god.
probably beat them. I cannot stand slide puzzles.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I only recently figured out like the not easy way, but the better way to solve slide puzzles. And that was because of them being in Resident Evil 4. Like, I was like, oh god, they're in the remake, aren't they, as well? So, better learn this. And it was just to focus on completing one of the sides, either left or right, and then finish the top, and then everything else will just easily fall into place.
I should have paid more attention to that, but I didn't. What about the Skyrim pillar puzzles? Even being reminded of that pisses me off.
Clean it up! Come back now! Stop wasting my time, you horrid
I actually like Bioshock 2's puzzles a lot, though. There were some that took me a little bit to understand how the puzzle worked, but I really do like the puzzles in that game. System Shock and its remake, fantastic puzzle.
The final boss is easily the worst part. Not sure exactly how they could have done better, but I remember being quite annoyed by it. Are you talking about Bioshock? Yeah, the last boss fight is something else.
Definitely one of those fights that just makes you go, what were they thinking?
Yeah, because it's been a long time since I've completed Bioshock, but from what I remember, as you're closing in on Fontaine, he's like, oh no, I forgot to splice up this entire time. It's kind of like, what? You've been in this city, like, a very long time. And
he just turns into a splice monster. And
yeah,
it's just like,
he turns into a fucking golem. Because it's kind of a takeoff of Ayn Rand's book. And it's like, oh yeah, we gotta make him look like that creature for some reason. It's like, no. No, you don't.
Like, you don't. You just need the basic principles, and you've already got that in.
Yeah, because they have the poster, Who is Atlas, which is like a political movement after Fontaine pretended to die and took on the alias of Atlas. And it was like, yeah, you already had the connection there. But then they turned him into the dumb golem thing. It's like, why?
Yep.
Wait, why are you throwing it at me? You should still be enraged. Excuse me. Oh shit.
Also, I'm definitely in the camp that the moral choice between, you know, harvest the little girls versus save them is really
It's really dumb.
Yeah, because you just get so much more if you save them.
Yeah, that's something I've talked about on these other streams I've done of this game. There's like no real choice, really.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, so I can either be a massive dickhead, or I can be a good guy and also get way more benefit from it. Also, the ending was pretty dumb. It's like, oh, just because you're a good guy, they offered you the key to the city and you refused. It's like, what?
Yeah, why would they
Why?
do that?
Yeah. One, why would they offer me the key to the city? And two, why would I refuse?
Because you're not a tyrant. It's like, sorry?
This is one of those, like, you know, there is a massive difference between, like, oh, I can't possibly allow this to continue, and let's make it better.
He's coming this direction a lot sooner than I thought he would.
It's funny, then I never played much of Bioshock 2. Never.
It wasn't terrible, but it has some design decisions where it's like, why though?
But why?
Okay, yeah, he's a coming.
Also, it is just really fucking weird that the whole Big Daddy thing is just weird to me. They're just gonna make these, like, super monsters. They're not indestructible, mind you, but, you know, these really strong super monsters are gonna protect the little girls.
Adam improved every
Like,
aspect
okay,
of
why
man
though?
except his character. Perhaps there is a plasmid that can grow this.
The city must have already been falling when that happened if they thought the little sisters needed that much protection.
To help ease
Yeah,
your
exactly.
Which is pretty screwed up on its own.
Then you go through, like, the entire Big Daddy training camp, which is even weirder. That's when you pretend to be a Big Daddy.
Yeah,
And then the Big Daddies have to fight each other for dominance of who gets to protect the little girl.
Wait, they have to fight for dominance? What?
Apparently, yeah, because remember when you're the Big Daddy and you're helping the children around, the other Big Daddies get mad at you.
God, I don't remember that part.
I swear I'm not... I hope I'm not making that up. That's what I remember. I remember that. Being like, why? But why must we fight?
Why must you fill my head with lies? Fun fact, in the original concepts for Bioshock, the Little Sisters were bioengineered giant bipedal rats. What?
That would have been more interesting to test the human aspects of, like, can you feel empathy for something that is decidedly inhuman, right?
Yeah. Did you just have a massively explosive fart? No. What the fuck? Basically, Germa. The Shock games have this curse with weird endings. System Shock 2's ending is really weird. Join me, human. Nah.
Now, I liked that ending. Just because, you know, Shodan is so, like, fucking outclassed and she realizes it. She's just like, join me and we could rule together. And then it just goes to your character and it's the only dialogue he says in the entire game. He's like, nah. Just shoots right in the face. It's like... But then, of course, the actual ending is that it's setting up for System Shock 3. Which apparently is still in production, so, you know.
We're getting the remake to the... Well, we've gotten the remake to the first game before we even got the sequel.
Yep.
Or, sorry, the threequel.
Third game. And they announced it as canceled because they announced it as not canceled because of the remake of System Shock 1. I'm looking forward to the System Shock 2 remake. System Shock 2, I really, really like System Shock 2.
Alrighty. Oh, I can get a health upgrade when it's getting knocked down by Fontaine. Greatly reduces flow speed when hacking. I'm tempted to get that alone. Yeah, you know what? That being slowed down is such a benefit that I can't really ignore it. Ah, fuck. I should have waited on Incinerate too. I could have just boosted all the way up to 3 here. I could get another plasmid slot. I don't really think I need it, though. Cut content in games has always been intriguing to me, especially in FromSoft games. Yeah. Especially when it's the stuff that's gotten close enough to being almost added in, but then it gets cut at the last second, or like right at the end. I just find that fascinating. Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, you could restore it if you want in a lot of cases. Not every case, but a lot of cases. With the right mods and stuff.
And people have. Which
yeah.
is wild.
Does the Speedy Hacker and Speedy Hacker Plus, or Speedy Hacker 2, do they, stack?
I don't know.
I'm either going to get Focused Hacker or Hacking Expert. Although I have Hacking Expert already in there, so yeah, I'm going to get Focused Hacker. Merlin's Razor as an item is already in the base game, but they cut it from release. They made it its own DLC, yeah. And they put it at the bottom of a massive dungeon that takes like 3 hours to complete. That's probably overselling it. I just remember it taking a very long time, the only time I've done that DLC, and I've never done it again. Because how long it takes to get through that dungeon. Let's get the health upgrade. I have enough for the Eve upgrade, too. Nah, fuck it.
The smaller is the threat. It is not easy
Was it worth it, dickhead?
Tell the minister he'll just have to wait. It's my daughter's wedding, not his. What is that there?
Come on.
Tricky little nothing.
Wow.
Stop running like a wounded. I'm bleeding.
Hey, lady, I need your help. Need your help, lady. Thank you. Damn. Someone was stocking up for the apocalypse in this, I don't want to say train car, this, tram. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, there's an easier way in. Shame the original score for The Bat didn't get re-implemented because holy crap, it sounded amazing. For The Bat? Oh, that's for a Dark Souls thing that I don't understand. $5 from DialioCon, thank you. Hey Kree, have you seen that Vinny's Lethal Company Pac-Man clip? No, I haven't.
Uh-oh. Well, now I gotta...
Dude, that's good aim. Jesus. They lured me into a trap. Quite successfully, I might add. What, you saw what happened?
Yes. I'd like to say incredibly poor choices were made.
Yeah.
And, somebody made a reference to, like, the fact that their mission control mate looked like they were playing Pac-Man with the last guy that was in the facility.
Oh, you're talking about the Vinny clip.
Yes. And so he, one of the guys that was with Vinny started playing Pac-Man music. And one of the other guys looked at him and was screaming, "Stop!" And then they turn and look, and two eyeless dogs that hunt based on sound come running into the ship with all three of them.
Wait, did you say one of the people who was with Vinny or lives with him?
Who was with Vinny
Okay.
in this mission. So they had their mic open and they were playing Pac-Man music.
Yeah, I was going to say, if someone's living with Vinny, then stuff has changed since last time I watched.
Yeah.
I keep saying how I hate this hacking minigame, but I keep derping around with it.
Oh my god. Yeah, Germa was playing Pac-Man music through his mic. And it got them all killed.
Hey, where are you? You shouldn't be red. You need score too low. You need score too low. I'm almost at completion. There we go. Hacking security bots automatically succeeds. Fuck yes. Perfect. That is satisfying. That's really nice. He's red because he's angry. Fair enough. Wow, he just decked her and that was it. Ooh, there's another weapon upgrade station. That is really nice. Wait, what? Wait, what? How did it detect me? Oh, it was that one. That makes more sense. You know what? Upgrade. Oh god. I've gotten all the good upgrades. I'm just left with the kind of ones. Yeah. I don't know. Chemical thrower range, I guess. Don't enrage solitary enemies? I didn't. Wait, hold on. Can I get pictures of this too still, or did I complete that? Oh! Kritosis, what up? What'd I miss? Also join as you shot a woman in the face. Yes. I've been doing a lot of solo streams such, so you've kind of been missing it, but it's been a common theme that people are joining the stream right as I'm committing violence on women. I think he went AFK. Not gonna lie, I was scrolling YouTube and saw another goat character and stopped in. Oh, well, hello. I hope you're enjoying the stream. No Pagan today? He was here for Lethal Company, but he got tired and went to bed. That's why we stopped playing Lethal Company. Oh, so you can just straight up see things through the floor. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean completely fucked. Yes! Are enemies smart enough to destroy the cameras? I think they are. I think I vaguely remember some enemies destroying cameras in this game. God, it's so chaotic.
Welcome to the circus.
Hold on. That is not. Thank you. How are you doing, chat? Power! Unlimited power! Yeah. That was satisfying. Just completely stun-locked him. Oh, I suppose I should have taken a picture. Whoops. I keep forgetting to do that.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Pitosis just went full Dark Lord on that Big Daddy. Damn right I did.
Just a bad quarter. No, that's all. And Mark will come back, huh? Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
How dare...
Really, bitch?
Where are you?
Yeah, playing dead wasn't such a good idea, was it? You stop that.
Kills me to turn my fist to you, but business is business. Don't let it get you down. place is fish food.
Looks like things have gone buster between Fontaine and his little German beanpole. Why a guy like Fontaine would waste his time with that spooky crowd when he could be getting his gravy from any dish he chooses is beyond the understanding of this paparazzi. Even reset the door code to 5744. They need to be double sure that beanpole don't spout up in his yard again.
Sold out?
I believe he said 5744 for that code. I'm gonna try and remember that.
She should not have come here. Nothing left but nothing. Get out of my fucking office!
Get out of my office, excuse you.
Look at my home, torn apart by Fontaine. Why? But I am sure there is answer in Suchong's blood. You will not believe me, but there was a time when this was all so beautiful.
Have I ever told you the tale of Darth Cretosius the Tired? Kree is practicing to become one of, to become one of the wet bandits from Home Alone. That was always a silly thing to me. Like, hey, yeah, we turn the water on and cause insane water damage for no reason. Kretosis perpetually sounds tired or chats shit. That I am. That I am. I thought not. It's not a story the algorithm would tell. You know it's called Circus of Values because anyone who pays for those items are clowns, Kree. See what I mean? Oh, I think Such is still AFK. But, like, this is exactly what I mean. Where, like, there's no winning for me. I don't spend my money. Hey, Kree, you know money is, money can be used to purchase, goods and services. Hey, Kree, spending money on the vending machines is silly. It's clownish. There's no winning for me.
Well, it's because you're a little clown boy.
I'm not!
Look at this little clown boy.
I genuinely hate clowns. I do not like them at all.
Yeah.
Also, this bed setup just freaks me the fuck out. It's something you see often in media where it's like, bed in center of gigantic room. It's like, no. The head of my bed has to be against a wall because I don't like the idea of someone coming up behind me.
Yeah. Like all those fucking creeper beds.
Yeah.
I just do not like.
Yeah, you'd have to be fucking crazy to have that set up. Like, why? Oh, look at that. There's another floor. Oh, right. That's why I need the code. That makes sense. Bakri, you're our silliest clown. No, I'm not!
Squatter, parasite, get out of my house.
He's gonna leave till I do.
Hey, you guys coming?
I ain't afraid of failure. 'Cause I ain't gonna fail.
Go on, how dare you, whore and go! But I'm keeping everything, everything!
I guess we're not coming. Hi, how are you doing? First time playing Bioshock? No, it's not the first time, not by a long shot. It's been a long time since I played it, though. But I've beaten this game 4 or 5 times.
I shit bigger than you. I'm charging by the best. You keep on thinking.
Go work!
I didn't mean to drink that alcohol!
Where did
Here
that
now!
smoke run off?
Stop wasting my time, you horrid monster!
Get out of my...
Where are you?
Nice. What would you say is your favorite plasmid? Probably Electroshock. I've mostly been using that.
Sold out?
Good night, you all. I must go. My people need me. Have a good one. Thank you for coming out. It's much appreciated. There's 2... Oh, wait. I thought there was a set of stairs for a second. Oh wait, you're already an electro person.
You coward! Make it stop!
No. I will not make it stop. So, was Lethal Company worth it? I thought so. I had fun.
Yeah.
I hope chat had fun. It managed to not go horrifically wrong for the most part.
Talking and so on.
Yeah. I didn't know that would be a mistake. See, blocked my path. Would you stop that?
Hate to see you this way, kid. Hell, I was there when you were born. You ever have a dog you gotta put down? Breaks your
Actually, yes. Literally, yes. It's part of the mind control experiments they did on my character. Oh, Jesus. You can loot the children's corpses. That's pretty grim. Have fun with that. Wait, did he take her out of... God damn. I should use this more often. Yeah, I'm good on that. Base, gotta say Incinerate or Winter Blast are my favorites. Incinerate is pretty good. You can combo that up with Electroshock really well when there's pools of water around. I really like doing that. Winter Blast... I mentioned this last stream, but I don't like it because if you use it on enemies, it'll freeze them to ice and then you destroy them and then you can't loot them. It's always been a frustrating thing for me in games where it's like, when you kill enemies you can loot them, but certain enemies can't be looted for no reason. It's like, yeah, that does that to them. It's like, oh, okay, cool, I guess I'll just go fuck myself. How are you doing? I joined as you were burning a woman. Ah. Were you here when I explained the thing such?
Which thing?
So it's been... I've been doing a lot of solo streams, obviously. It's been a bit of a running theme that people are joining the stream exactly at the moment I'm committing violence against women. And people comment on it. Oh, typical, I join a Kree stream and he's beating a woman in the head with a wrench. It's like, no, it's not like that. And I've just grown to accept it because that's the way things go, apparently.
Yep.
I hear your wings flapping in my home. Flip, flap, flip, flap, flip, flap. Come into the light, little moth. Come in. I see you're still testing your wings, little moth. Stay and enjoy the dance, if you wish. But don't dare rattle their rhythm.
I know if you let Sander Cohen live, you get something in this area. Like when you meet him earlier. I don't remember what that was, though, or how to get it. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. It's a matter of finding it. Which I'm gonna have trouble with. Napalm and liquid nitrogen. I really should start using the chemical thrower more. Or do I summon him by disturbing them? That might be what I have to do. Isn't it safe in his office? I could be wrong. Let me double check.
It's my daughter's wedding, not his. Tell the minister he'll just have to wait. It's my daughter's wedding, not his.
Rich. Ain't gonna leave till I
No, I don't see a safe. There's this luggage trunk, but that's it. I find it amusing, too, that these are, like, real NPCs. And they're just doing their random...
show Ryan and all of them.
Their random voice barks. Just constantly. Because they didn't code them to not do that while they're dancing. Yeah, you have to mess with the splicers. Alright. I'm gonna save first as well. Because this is probably gonna be pretty fucked.
When will you ever learn to take instruction? I'm coming down there, little wolf. Coming down to teach you to dance.
You coming? Oh. Damn, I keep missing him.
Ryan's flesh and blood. Why'd I go to the trouble? Otherwise, you'd have been cut in two by the first security bot you crossed paths with. But not Ryan. He made it so his security would recognize his genetic structure. With half his genes, you ain't immune, but you got just enough to throw them metallic mooks off their game.
At least I put a lot of health kits up here. Oh, well, hello. Hello. No. We can go back to Fort Frolic to open that little chest thing that was there. Something I always found interesting with Ryan and Rapture. I'm not sure if that was intended or just turned out that way, but it's going to be a part 2 to that comment. I should have waited on reading it. Damn. It's also kind of a meme with the whole everyone leaving audio diaries around that go into their whole backstory, but I do kind of like it because you get moments like that where it tells, like, you're seeing the fall of Rapture and how it happened. How did you unfreeze so fast? crabs. One of those fake crabs in her bathtub.
This is my territory!
That wasn't really worth it. Yo, what's up? I just got off work. Ah, hello. We're on the second stream of the day. I'm full of money again.
That Tannenbaum ain't what you think. Florence Nightingale, huh? That'll all come crashing down before you can say, can't have made it. I've seen good bunco, and I've seen great bunco. But when you waltz through Rapture and World War II without even a scratch, you got more than leprechauns watching over you. Adam's the ultimate score, kid. No more grifts, no more scams. A monopoly on Adam extends almost like the piggly wiggly. All that's left is burying the bodies. And when they're already 6 miles under the Atlantic, you've got one hell of a head start.
How is this place not fully flooded? There's water leaking everywhere in this game. Some of it is from genuine leaks. Some of it, I think, are from, like, pipes bursting. Or you better walk up to some, like, hey, how you doing? Have I ever told you my deepest, darkest desires? No, but I'm willing to listen. Yeah, the audio tapes. Yeah.
Fontaine to become some kind of boogeyman in Rapture. That myth gives him power. But peel back Flim Flam and a humbug, he's just another con man. And like all con men, he worries he'll end up on the wrong side of grift. That's why he commissioned a Lot 192. The antidote to the mental control plasmid. Fontaine said I better not tell anybody about the antidote. Not even Tenenbaum. And Suchong is inclined to listen.
Always secrets when with Suchong, always secrets. He must have this Lot 192 in his labs near Apollo Square. I once stole a dose and brought it to my flat on the second floor. But those apes would have taken it back to Fontaine's penthouse upstairs. I never knew what Lot 192 was for, but if Suchong was doing something in secret, on this I keep my eye.
I posted a second part of the comment. I forgot about that, yeah, sorry. Also, something I always found interesting with Ryan and Rapture. I'm not sure if that was intended, but turned out that way. But when you first enter the lighthouse, there's the No Gods or Kings, Only Men banner. And what's over that? His giant gold sneering face is literally above that. Yeah, I think that's the point. I think it's... I'm not the most politically minded person. I don't want to get into a politics discussion. But if I recall, this game is a criticism of some such. And yeah. I think it's meant to, like, show a level of hypocrisy or something in what Andrew Ryan is trying to do. Why does this portrait have blood on it? Seems a bit silly now that I think about it. Not really. Stylistic choice. And also he does kind of meet a particularly brutal end. Wasn't it Elizabeth who made the cure? We don't talk about Bioshock shit, Finant.
Like a Chinese dinner. A little from column A, a little from column B. What do you plan on going back to? Your fake family? Your phony dreams? Putting you out of your misery will be the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you.
Oh, that's why I ran out. Thank you, turret, for fucking me over. Or security bot. Yeah, it was a criticism of Ayn Rand's philosophy. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with criticizing any kind of philosophy in a video game. It's like, yes, I wrote it, so the thing I don't like fails miserably. Aren't I smart?
Yeah.
Like you can do this with any ideology, or vice versa. Hey, look, the ideology I like and I think is good, let me prop it up in this work of fiction where everything is just perfect because reasons. It's like, no.
Yeah, where things magically exist, like there's no such thing as an economy or like logistics or anything involved.
Yeah.
That's one of my criticisms for One Piece is a lot of the logistics and economy thing just don't make any sense to me. We've been living on the back of this elephant for thousands and thousands of years. Or I think he's literally 1,000 years old, and he has to clean himself every day. So he dunks his snout in the seawater, flows it over his back, and that's how we get the rivers and everything. And that's what brings saltwater fish, and then the trees of the forest grow all the rest of our food we have, so we can give these huge bountiful feasts all the time. It's like, what? Doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, it's saltwater. Sure, I can buy the fish, but the trees and the plants and everything. But it's just one of those ones. That's why they wanted it to happen. You know, the story wanted it to be this way, and it's like, yeah, but it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. Not giant turtle, giant elephant. Nope, it's a turtle. I'm pretty sure it's a giant elephant.
I think you did, yeah. Can you move, please? Fuck.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Moving that first part in the chain is always tricky. It's like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Maybe I shouldn't. Because things will go really wrong. Really quickly.
No, that's not Discworld. That's One Piece. Discworld is the Discworld literally atop the backs of 4 elephants who are riding atop a giant turtle, the Great Atu. That's Discworld. This is the land of Zhao, which is on the back of a single gigantic elephant that's walking across the sea somehow. I don't know how he's walking across the sea, but he is.
Yeah, the thing is, Rand did the same in her writing. Her philosophy was perfect, and everyone who has different opinion is an evil person. From what I know, she wrote part in a story where there's a train crash where everyone dies, and she goes into painstaking detail how every person on the train deserved it. Yeah. I don't know much about her writing or philosophy, because that's just not the kind of thing I'm really into. But, like, yeah, people... Anyone can write a thing. It's like, hey, yeah, my thing is the best thing. All other things are dumb. It's like, but you literally wrote it. Everything is in your control.
Yeah.
Like, writers are gods of their own world. Where when you make a fictional world, you have complete control over it. You have complete control over everything that happens. It does not hold to the laws of reality at all. Which is why in a lot of fiction we have stuff like magic. It's like, yeah, you can make that story, and you can explain why magic works and stuff like that. But then, like, when you start making political writings where it's like, yeah, this is still a work of fiction, but it's to prove my point that XYZ society would fail horribly. Excuse me. Or this ideology is terrible for this reason. It's like, yeah, but it's fiction. You created that. You wrote it to be that way.
Yeah.
If you want to discredit ideologies or belief systems, you have to, like, use real-world examples of why those things are bad.
Yeah. And you've got to show the good and bad. Like, why would anybody ever devolve into this ideology to begin with if it's just, horrible razor wire and hitting puppy kicking, all the time, right? Like, why would the normies ever go for that? Because you gotta explain what was the good things that they originally had and then how it devolved from there.
I've seen good bunko, and I've seen great bunko. But when you walk through Rapture in World War II without even a scratch, you got more than leprechaun.
Excuse me. Jesus. Wait, are you still attacking me?
I portrayed you as the soy jack and me as the gig chad, therefore I won. Basically. It's a hard thing to do, and it's a hard thing to write and make a faction that you fundamentally disagree with, but not make them like cartoonishly incompetent or evil or any other like thing. It's hard to do that because you got to take your negative bias against said faction out of it.
Why a guy like Fontaine would waste his time with that spooky crowd when he could be getting...
Because that's the thing too, any idiot who doesn't know anything about opposing ideologies can literally write anything they want to show why that ideology is bad, as opposed to someone actually being knowledgeable about the subject.
Yep.
I'll take someone who has done the research and found the evidence any day over, yeah, but look at my work of fiction, it says the people I don't like are bad.
Yeah. Again, everybody follows a ideology and faction for a reason. And it's reasons that they personally believe in are good and noble for them. And so that's the hard part to write, especially if you're going for a faction that you fundamentally disagree with.
Yeah.
In principle and everything.
Yeah, that's why when I make the big RPG game I want to make, I'm not going to have that kind of thing in it. I'm going to make different groups that do have different belief systems, but they're not going to be like... It's not going to be a political commentary of any kind, because I'm just not interested in that. It'd just be too much for the world, too. It's going to be like... Yeah, it's a fictional world with fictional factions with their own beliefs. But for the most part, it's not going to say, like, which ones are good or bad unless it's the actual villain faction.
Yeah. And when it comes to it, yeah, like, Kree's game will have politics in it, but it's not going to be modern politics. It's going to be the politics that fit within the character, within the world, everything. It's not going to be shoehorned into that. It's the intrigue and the scheming between these factions in the world itself.
Suchong, always secret. He must have this lot 192 in his labs near Apollo Square. I want
the Legion is so stupid. Did they really think they would win with machetes against rifles? But the Legion uses anti-material rifle. No, you're wrong. Read. Yeah.
I never knew what lot 192 was for.
It's crazy how many people portray the Legion as they don't use any firearms at all, ever. And it's like, no. They use guns and stuff all the time.
The Legion not liking some forms of technology means they hate all technology, forehead.
Yeah, I hate that.
I do too, it's so dumb.
Granted, it's the same people that believe that, you know, I also have a big problem with those people that believe that all technology is inherently bad, so we need to go back to our roots. And then, you know, you're just like, okay, why are you using that shovel? Why are you using that rake? Why do you have clothes on? That's all technology. Everything, every little aspect that you think is your kids who say all technology is bad. Well, alright, strip off all your clothes. Don't use any tools or anything like that because, again, that is inherently technology. Go live in the fucking trees while you're naked. There you go. If you want to actually espouse that, there you go. Go full ham with it.
Column A, a little from column B. What do you plan on going back to? Your fake family, your snowy dreams, you harry on misery.
That could be interesting.
The fate who saves one life, who saves the world entire.
Daniel K says, yeah, my problem with Mr. House, for example, is that yes, he has great visions, but they aren't as guaranteed as he seems to believe them to be. That's why I say a sequel to New Vegas might be one where House won in the first game, but then his plans fail. It could be interesting. I mean, that's the core concept of the Fallout series before Bethesda got involved. Ideologies come and ideologies go as they fail to adapt to the changing environment.
House definitely does have lofty goals.
Oh yeah.
I think it would still be many more centuries, decades until they got to that point.
Yeah.
To like actually send people off the planet.
You see it a lot in fiction, P-Craft, where you get the all technology is bad and evil. We actually had that in Deep Space Nine, which that episode.
Oh yeah.
Brutal on and I'm not saying that in a good way either. Deep Space Nine is my favorite Star Trek. I think the best Star Trek hands down, but it's got some episodes for sure. And that is one of them. But it's this crazy lady who sabotages a ship and makes it crash land and then puts up an anti-technology barrier so no technology works. Only the level of technology she arbitrarily thinks should work, but she espouses how technology is bad. Okay, so get rid of all your books. Get rid of all your clothes. Get rid of all those hand tools you're using right now. Again, that's all technology. Technology isn't just circuit boards, things that go buzz buzz.
I don't know why I'm bothering to hack this camera. I'm probably not going to get use out of it.
Technology is literally any invention that isn't immediately attached to the body. Yeah. Like the moment you pick up a stick and you use it to whack a beehive, well now you're using technology, that's tools. It's just a lot of people don't understand that. They get in this weird concept where technology means robots and cars and airplanes and things like that. It's like, yes, but that's not all it means.
When are you going to release your game so I can buy it and ruin the franchise forever? Sarcasm, Todd face. It is years away in the best case scenario.
Yeah.
I still need to learn a lot. In fact, before I make the game I want to make, I'll probably make, like, smaller test games to, like, learn how to do shit.
One of the best games I want to make is a survival game in a decidedly not normal survival setting. And that's just to add more limitations. So the setting for the game I want to work on. This is like a game to set up like creating other games and everything. Because I feel like it would be simpler to have this, but I want it to be you're aboard a starship. Something happens to the starship, and now it is literally stranded out in space. And you have to survive aboard a basically derelict vessel now. Now, it's a big capital ship, so there's a lot of place to go, because this is a time where they don't have really good, like, small-scale portable space travel. So a lot of the ships that are going to travel great distance will be these big capital ships. And this capital ship goes down, and then you can piece together what happened from there. But I just like the idea of it being a survival game where it's aboard a space station, so there aren't, like, a bunch of trees you can go run and cut down. There's not, like, you know, wildlife running loose everywhere, so you have to, like, come up with other weird things to do to actually live, you know, to gain the resources you need to survive.
I've got a question quickly, Such.
Yeah?
Okay, look at the screen. You see the zigzaggy tubes?
Zigzaggy tubes?
Yeah. In the hacking minigame.
Oh shit, I just realized my thing didn't update to where you are. Yeah. I see you. Yep.
Okay, so those are, like, supposed to be resistors, so the fluid goes through it slower. See that, like, real thin tube next to them?
Yep.
That speeds it up.
Yeah.
In a game where, like, a minigame where the entire point is slow speed, or slowing down the flow, like, you get tonics that will slow down the speed of the fluid for hacking, so you have more time to do the thing. Why in the world would you ever need to use a speed up one?
Yeah, in mine, a bit spoilery. Mine is a low-by-niche ship. Nobody's gonna understand what that means, but I'm just saying it out there anyways. It's a ship that hit a Setkanish magnetic mine out in space. But the rest of the ship doesn't know that, because the bridge is literally what got hit by the mine. So the rest of the ship has no idea what's going on. The whole thing has gone dark. Communications aren't working. Like, it's all just fucked. As far as the rest of the ship knows, they just suffered massive damage and everything. And you wake up in the medical bay because before the whole incident happens, your character was injured in some way. And I kind of debating on if I want it to be like every character is the same injury, or if you can actually, like, pick what got you injured to put you into one of the cryo tubes to begin with.
The compound is taking off.
And so you basically wake up way after. You wake up way after the incident has happened, and people have already been trying to survive. So you'll see, like, packed together locations and stashes and stuff put around, and, you know, the evidence that people are trying to get the ship working and going forward again. They just can't access all of the ship.
Now go find Suchong's lab in Artemis.
It's a ship that plays niche lo-fi music. No. So, Setkai and Loktai are two different species that are very similarly related. They are draconic in nature, but they aren't the exact same. For example, Loktai have wings and are usually more thinner. They're more mobile of the two. Setkai are usually, they don't have wings. They're much heavier set and bigger. And they come from a planet that is translated roughly as niche. And this planet had the two factions were different. The Loktai were more of the forest dwellers and the ones above ground. The Setkai were much more interested in subterranean things. And part of their culture is craftsmanship and everything like that. Both of these two races do not like each other anymore. Like, there used to be cooperation in the past. Now they vehemently do not get along to a pretty absurd degree. Like, there's a lot of bitter feelings between the two.
Oh, now it's letting me
Did you
in.
ever see the movie Pandora?
Sorry, what was that?
Lion being asked, such have you seen the movie Pandorum? And I have not.
On the road to making the actual game I want to make, I might actually end up at least attempting to make the game that's like Stardew Valley that I kind of want to exist but doesn't, where it's like, yeah, there's that aspect, but there's it's a bit more focused on adventure and stuff. Well, probably a lot more by the time it's done. I have an idea for a setting that I kind of like and want to do for a game like that. I've played around in my head with like how it's going to function exactly. I'm not fully sure what it might look like if I end up doing this other game, but yeah.
Is this dwarf dragons and elf dragons? No. Though the Sentai are much more obsessed with form helping function sort of thing. So they're much more artistic in sort of like their design. Like they love a beauty. There's a whole thing where, you know, form from function is its own like beauty in and of itself, but they like to put craftsmanship into it. Just give that little bit extra on everything they do. The Loktai are much more pragmatic in that regard. And the Loktai also enslaved the Sentai for a long time. Because, you know, they had control of all the above ground areas. Like once things started coming to a head. And yeah, so it's been pretty bitter between the two races for a long time after the uprisings and everything happened. And it's one of those other things too, is I don't want the setting where, because the Setkai were victims in the past, that makes them always right. I hate that mentality so much. So there's a lot of them that are assholes. They do a lot of terrible things to the Loktai who probably didn't even do anything wrong. Like they weren't like involved in any of the slave operations or anything like that. But you know, it's that petty bitterness that is easy for a lot of people to fall into. No, I will say on the game, you are not alone aboard the ship. So, there have been people that have been awake longer than you have, trying to survive longer than you have, and there's other aspects of the ship that is not pleasant.
didn't touch you. That was unintentionally way more funny than I thought, or than I was expecting. You know what just happened in Game Such?
I'm trying to watch up to it. My thing wasn't set on live.
Okay, you're not going to hear what she said though, so I need to explain it. So I'm walking up, I walk around the corner, and I see this female splicer, right? You know what she says? Such?
I just heard the "How dare you touch me?" and then you said I didn't touch you, and then you just started laughing. So I don't know what else was there.
I mean, it's funny because modern day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sounds like the story superficially, like it doesn't sound like the actual story. Though. Like I said, you're very much not alone, and that actually leads to be a big problem. Because everybody else wants to survive as well, so... And I don't want the player, when anybody's playing the game, I don't want them to be at ease at all times. I want them to have that tension that shit can go sideways real fast.
Pre was taken to court a day later. Oh no.
Can't take you to court if they aren't alive anymore.
I mean, they can't take you to court, other people can.
Yeah. But they gotta prove that a crime happened, and if the body is disintegrated, who's gonna tell?
I was so angry when I came down here, but my God, I had no idea. There's armed men all over the place. I saw a woman climb over the fence trying to escape. One of Ryan's guards pointed at her and she lit on fire. Just like that. What's happening here?
You need a body to prove a crime happened. Yep.
Not always. Apparently.
Yeah, the one trial was mad scuff. That was crazy. Like, well, these two had an argument with each other, and we can't find the body of him or anything anywhere, you know. And the prosecutor, of course, trying to hype it up like, and when we go into the crime scene, you'll see this it was huge, blood everywhere, it was like an ocean of gore, and then you see it and it's like, no. Good God. Now, I had a few different endings for the, endings in mind. It should be fairly obvious. Ones like, you know, contact, Loci niche, contact, the human factions, various ones that exist now, contact, the Setkai niche, you know, like, basically pick who saves you, or do you want to try to repair a part of the ship in the shuttle bay, or to escape, or like all different kinds of things you can do. But I wanted it also to be kind of like piecing together what exactly happened, and kind of like the basically like discovering what the flight recorder and like putting together the timeline of a tragedy.
back here, female. Wow. That was annoying. The thing that bugs me so much about this section of the game is that the plasmids that keep switching, they can switch at inopportune times like that. And it's just, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
If you want to change it, fine. Don't make me switch to my plasmids from my weapons while I could be mid-battle.
It's too dangerous to re-engineer your plasmids in the state Spontaneous put you in. You'll just have to make do with what you have.
Wow.
I bribed one of the gorillas at the gate to let me in. It's awful in here. To my right, I can see a dead woman lying in the street. Everybody's just walking by her like she's
You guys hyped for Ken Levine's Bioshock 1 2?
No.
Atlas lives.
I'm not hyped for Ken Levine's Bioshock anything.
Something tells me it's important to these people.
How convenient, exactly what I wanted. Oh, I did max that out, nice. But Kretosis, it's going to imagine Bioshock 1 and 2 with Infinite. No. Not much could have made me less interested in something like that than what you just said. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? What was that noise? That was my reaction to hearing Bioshock 1 and 2 reimagined with, Infinite. I don't know why my brain does that sometimes.
Made Ryan good and mad when I started playing the charity angle. Fontaine's home for the poor. Before I knew it, I was calling myself Atlas. I'm leading an army. Ryan and his precious rapture. You don't have to build a city to make people worship you. Just make the chumps believe they're worth a nickel.
I think I went the wrong way. I wasn't paying attention to the little arrow at the top of the screen.
Is that someone naughty?
God, that's annoying. Let's much of this bullshit made by people that never played Bioshock in the Bioshock. That's the thing, I'm pretty sure Infinite was Ken Levine's thing, wasn't it?
Pretty sure.
I know the DLC was. Oh boy, hey, get past this. God, of course it switches to a different plasmid when there's a Big Daddy there when I just had the hypnotized one.
Or
You think Bioshock...
could have been a bit more interesting if you found more sane survivors?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think you could have done a lot with that, with having more... As part of the problem is with Fontaine's whole mind control thing is I think it would be harder and harder to make that work. Because there would be so many failure points of, okay, why isn't this person find out? Why doesn't that person find out? Yeah.
Yep.
What's the reason that Tenenbaum doesn't know that you're the experiment child? The mind control thing for Fontaine.
I don't know.
I might actually just have to blow this turret up. I swear to God, if I get... Okay, yeah. Oh, hello. Yes. I mean, that's not even necessary, though. It's already pretty slow.
Line says that Tenenbaum was in prison when the player was being made.
Oh. That makes sense.
Don't you like it when like properties who are carried on by people who know nothing about them or are made by fans like Todd?
Yes, I love it. You can see how well it's done for literally every major franchise that I like.
Yeah, that has ever had this treatment by people that were, quotes, fans or had respect for the property. Yeah, I don't believe.
He juked me when I was trying to juke him.
They said you, didn't they? You're only making it worse for yourself. Hey! All these parasites want a piece of this place.
Warcraft, Fallout, Bioshock. That's just the tip of the iceberg at this point.
I posted a thing that's actually tangentially related to that in our chat. Which is Eckhart's Ladder, who's a hardcore, like, Star Wars shill. You know, one of them, honestly, safe to say, losers. But he made a video recently. It was, we have to take what we can get right now.
No. Oh my god,
then,
I hate that mentality. Hey, just be glad you're getting new stuff. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
But again,
we'll take what we can get. So you'd rather bad entries into the thing you like that reduce that thing's value, that make that thing worse, that destroys the lore and characters and world, over not getting anything at all?
Yep. They're fucking weird. They're just consumers. That's all they are. They don't think. But he got voted on this thing. Like, the desperation in Star Wars is palpable. I feel sorry for them. They really bet on the wrong ponies. And then somebody replied to that. The irony is that Eckhart's Ladder shits on Warhammer fans who defend the integrity of the hobby while wallowing in the ruin of Star Wars. It's like, yeah, this is why you should gatekeep. Toast, will you be watching the Fallout TV show? I mean, I think we kind of have to, unfortunately.
Kinda have to, because of the channel, because of what I cover, it's almost kinda necessary. Oh, fuck. Directed me that.
That's what's going on with Warhammer. The community is pushing back hard on the agenda being pushed into it. Pushing back really hard. There was an attempt by people like the Templin Institute to try to say, like, things should be changed and there should be female space marines and stuff like that. All these people that don't know anything about Space Marines kept trying to say, yeah, you're gonna be more inclusive, and the community just went absolutely fucking nuts. Sit your ass down. So the Temple Institute's molding, or has been molding for a while, about getting BTFO'd by the entire Warhammer community.
Client Orion Industries. Very frustrating.
And yeah, they're good. Temple Institute are not good people. They're a bunch of idiots. And they push for that kind of nonsense.
Get away. Maybe if I modify the genetic sequence the sequence to allow for... Get away, you filthy little shit! What? What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
I like complex lore a lot. My problem is when it's complex for the sake of complexity and not complex just because it was a well thought out and intricate thing. You know? Like the Hello Neighbor thing is just complex for the sake of being complex and trying to be mysterious and be YouTube bait. Whereas stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, or more accurately, The Sword Coast, from Ed Greenwood is complex because he actually thought up all of these different nations and peoples and everything and how they would interact with each other on a daily basis.
The bathysphere to Point Prometheus. It is time for this matter to be settled.
Alright, I have a bunch of problems with Shu Chong's death. So that's when they discovered how to bind the Big Daddies to the Little Sisters. Okay, alright, that's fine, whatever. Clearly they got this shit set up and going through the city, and what, they just left his corpse here all that time? And, like, this drill blade is still smoking, even though he died potentially months ago?
Yeah.
Like, this looks, like, super fresh. And, like, yeah, the blood should have also been browned by this point. I don't I don't mind that because it's like, yeah, you're going to show a bloody scene. Most people are expecting blood to look like blood, not to look like dried blood that's been there for a while. I can give that a
Unfortunately, when a lot of
pass.
people see
Hmm?
actual dried blood, the brownish stuff, they think poop.
Yeah.
So
I can
you
give
know,
that a
it's
pass
fair.
entirely. It's the fact that,
Yeah.
like, everything else about the corpse looks fresh. The blade is still smoking as if this just happened 2 minutes ago.
Why there can't be female Space Marine? I don't know a lot about one more thing. They wouldn't survive the process. Like, women just cannot survive it. The overwhelming majority of men can't survive the process either. We're talking about a exemplary 0.1% of 1% of 1% can be a Space Marine. And then you have to hope that they actually, once you get to that level, hope that those, you know, infinitesimally small fraction of men can survive the gene therapies and the insertion of all these different organs into their body and not die. That's more of a, that's a better way to look at it. The difference between complex and complicated. Complex has depth, but you can figure it out, and it gives you a lot to work with. Complicated is just obscure and confusing to slow you down. That's a good way to look at it.
You don't know.
Basically, it's so rare to survive on the Amazon funny. The Halo Smart Documentation. Yeah. And keep in mind, this is after you go through years of the most brutal, vigorous training regime you could possibly imagine. Because you are expected to be the angels of the Emperor, right? When you become a Space Marine, you get some of the Emperor's own DNA put on the Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize that the scout companies are basically the trainees. They're going through the process of trying to fight alongside the Marines while not having any of the Marines like upgraded abilities and organs and everything like that. So.
Fuck was that sound? I mean, yeah, you can clearly get up there. Come on. Oh, don't invisible wall me. You can climb up that.
Yeah, it's one of my big pet peeves in games like this, where...
Yeah, if you're going to block off an area, at least block it off properly.
Yeah.
You should never run into an obvious invisible wall. The only reason you should use invisible walls in your game is if you have a lot of, like, props to block off an area that the player could get stuck on. But it's clearly designed so you're not supposed to go there. It's like rubble in a doorway. There's no way to actually get in there, but if a player tried to, they would get stuck.
Yep.
Instances like that are the only time that it's forgivable when you put invisible walls in a game. Aside from, like, map borders, of course.
Yeah.
You can't go this
as
direction.
Bloody-
Please turn back.
As Blood Junkie says, your DNA changes to match your Primarch. It's painful for men. It would be actual hell for women. Your DNA literally rewrites your DNA. It's how you can have people that, again, they're not blood related whatsoever to any of the Primarchs, but it's how you could have the Black Dragons, for example, are in a chapter, and their gene seed has a mutation in it that causes them to grow these, like, horrific bones and things like that out of them. Well, if you're a normal everyday person, you'll never have that happen, but once you get the gene seed and rewrite your DNA, you're very susceptible to that mutation taking hold in you. Sesh, what about the nuns with guns from Warhammer? Those are called the Sisters of Battle, and they most often get represented by the our Sisterhood of Martyrdom. I think that's the name of it. Which are the sisters that dye their hair all white and everything like that. That's the kind of the poster boy for the Sisters of Battle, whereas the poster boy for the Space Marines would be like the
Many changes will be flowing. If you wanna be amazing, see the flowers we are raising.
What's a Primarch? A Primarch are 20, in true canon, 20 of the Emperor's handcrafted children. He literally made them of his own DNA. And they are, like, basically demigods. If the Emperor is a god, the Primarchs are demigods. Now, 20 is the official canon number. 2 of the Primarchs did something so horrible they have been literally erased from history. So there's only 18 now. And what I mean by erased by history, like, all mention of them, everything, it has been scrubbed, like, clean. So we don't know what they did wrong. And then, so you have 18 left. 9 of those 18 rebelled against the Emperor and became the traitor Primarchs. So they joined the Chaos faction. But essentially, every single Space Marine traces their bloodline through the use of the gene seed back to one of these Primarchs, who, of course, trace their bloodline directly to the Emperor. So, that's what it means to be a Space Marine. You have the Emperor's DNA in you. Which is also why retrieving gene seed is vitally important. And why, you know, the Inquisition really, really likes to play hush-hush about the Tyranids. Because if the Tyranids take people's DNA and they incorporate it into themselves, and the Tyranids have destroyed many Space Marines that have taken their DNA, does that mean the Tyranids have the Emperor's DNA in their vast hive fleets? The true answer is yes. But of course, the Inquisition does not like that. Yeah, you have, one of the 18 is technically 2 people at once, which is Alfarius and Omegon. and they are with Chaos, we think. No one can say for sure if they're actually worshippers of Chaos or not. They oftentimes will fight alongside Chaos worshippers, but then will also be seen, like, horrifically betraying them and making sure the Imperium wins and stuff, so it gets really weird. Their whole thing is just like, we're not sure with these people. Alpharius is with Alpharius, yeah, basically. No.
Thank you.
Just got here. Did you get the Little Sister reward in this area yet? It has a tonic that doubles your invent output. I don't know. I did get one in engineering that, oh, that's one fewer of each component.
Lion Bean says, what are the Red Robe robots? What are they? They are the Priesthood of Mars, the Adeptus Mechanicus. They used to be known as the Mechanicum, but then when the Horus Heresy happened and a lot of the Mechanicum joined Chaos, they kind of wanted to shy away from that title. They are one of the only heretic factions that's allowed to work with the Imperium, because the Adeptus Mechanicus does not believe the Emperor is a god. A lot of people try to pretend that the Mechanicus does. The Mechanicus believes that there is one god, true god, which is the machine god, and the Emperor is the Omnissiah, who is kind of like, so basically Machine God is God, the Omnissiah is Jesus. It's basically like that, right? That's kind of the way the Mechanicus looks at things. They believe that they're two separate entities. And the only reason the Imperium tolerates this, being the horrifyingly authoritarian, state religion, believing worship they are, is because everything literally requires the Mechanicus to be made. So they make all your tanks, your planes, your starships, your houses, your cities, your railways, your transport trucks, everything. Like, the Mechanicus literally makes everything. So you can't really get rid of them, and if you, like, threaten the Mechanicus, well, suddenly there will be supply chain problems, and there'll be, all kinds of issues that happen, and unforeseen, like, shortages and manufacturing. The Mechanicus is not to be fucked with.
These people will liberate themselves. I thought Andrew Ryan was a great man. I was a fool.
I wouldn't say they suck at making all those things. It's that a lot of the Mechanicus get so stuck in their ways of, like, you're not allowed to improve on things, that it kind of sucks. It depends on what faction of Mechanicus you find. If you get more radical factions, like, for example, Belisarius Call, who is willing to make changes, they can do fine. The problem is that, or the, what are they called? Are they called the Zentorites? They are one of the factions you can actually side with in the game, Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. You can side with this faction. They believe, and I think they are entirely correct, that the machine god is actually the void dragon. And I think that they are entirely correct. It makes way too much sense that the machine god is the void dragon.
I have no idea what any of this is.
30k tech versus 40k tech. But again, that's back when they still had all the blueprints and everything. That's back when the Emperor was still around. You know, and we're in 40k. They're in full on. They've lost everything. They've lost so much. They've lost more technology than will ever be invented again. Like the ability to make volkite weapons. That's entirely lost now. So Brotherhood of Steel in space? No. They are obsessed with technology to an insane degree. Like they worship the machine. It's not what you call it. It's not like like they don't want anybody else to have the technology. It's that they literally believe machines are divine. And depending on what, again, you have different sects of belief. And then you also have different, like, branches of belief as well. For example, a biologist believes that the human body, and by extension other things, are also technology. That our veins are the wiring, our blood is the oil, our organs are the major machines and components, stuff like that.
I mean, not entirely wrong.
Yeah, like, you can understand where the basis of their belief comes from. They believe that the machine god created humanity as well. That we are just an organic machine. Like, they're not deluded enough to think that, you know, we are wires and things like that. No. They know that we are organic, but they just believe that we are an incredibly intricate, complex, organic machine. That's why those who believe in the biologist sect will very much go out of their way to find Tyranids. Because Tyranids are kind of like the embodiment of their belief. Because Tyranids are all bioengineered, like, mechanical monstrosities. Mechanical in a, you know, not a literal sense, but a figurative sense. But other, and they'll look down upon stuff like the Necrons. Biologists do not like Necrons. Because they feel like Necrons wasted and squandered what the machine god gave them and gave up their divinity as organic machines to become these purely mechanical machines. So biologists don't like Necrons, do really like Tyranids. Whereas the rest of the Mechanicus very much is the opposite. They hate Tyranids because, you know, they would. Most everyone does.
I don't...
And they are obsessed with Necrons, because Necrons are literally, like, machines. And the Mechanicus cannot help themselves. If Necrons are near the area, the Mechanicus is immediately like, I am incredibly aroused, and I am coming.
Jesus.
It's like, yeah, they just cannot help themselves. Which is oftentimes why, whenever the Necrons do anything, the Necrons even coming back was because the Mechanicus found a Necron tomb world, and he couldn't help himself, and he stuck his little mechadendrites into things that weren't supposed to happen, and it woke up the tomb world.
I've never found this area before. This is entirely new to me.
Nice. Aren't they machines themselves? They look like robots. No, again, it depends on what sect. Biologists sect will try everything they can not to become fully mechanized. They might replace an eye because it has better, like, optics, and they can do surgeries better and stuff like that. Or they might replace their hand, like if their hand starts shaking and they're like, okay, I can't do my experiments like that, I'll get rid of the hand and get a mechanical one. They very much try to remain as organic as possible. The rest of the Mechanicus believes that the flesh is weak. That flesh does nothing but rot and decay, and it will betray you in the end. So replace your flesh with the certainty of steel.
I agree.
Yeah, they are hardcore technophiles, like insanely so.
What's that whole quote? The weakness of my flesh disgusted me, or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's literally the beginning of Mechanicus. Let me get the proper speech. I don't want to mess the speech up because it's really good.
Honestly, I'm probably full of most of this stuff anyways. Okay. I'm gonna go through the hole in the floor here and see where it brings me. I believe it brings me to... yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Kretosis replaces flesh with the certainty of virtual tubing. Yes. Yes, I did. It was very certain.
I'm not a...
Yeah, you want to have a wrench battle, eh? You want to have a wrench battle. I'm starting to like the wrench a lot more. There, put you back where you were. Actually, wait, you're a splicer, you weren't a corpse. Whoops. So, yes, there is a tube. Hey, I've got a gift for you. That wasn't it. That was it. Oh god, he's still alive. I'm not ready for the consequences of my actions. Are you... I just lost so much progress. Are you kidding me? Me when Bioshock death? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fucking goddamn it. When was the last time I saved? Oh, fucking... oh... So that's the stream for tonight, everyone. I hope you all have a good night.
Oh, you're gonna...
And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.
No, I was gonna do the speech.
What? Oh,
I was gonna
yeah.
do the Mechanicus speech.
I just got here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I just lost an entire level's worth of progress. I am not happy right now.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh my fucking god. I can't believe that happened. I can't fucking believe that happened.
Yeah.
Rest well, Gamerman. I will, thank you. I'm sorry to end the stream just as you got here. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. I'm gonna do something else now.
Did you want me to do the speech still? Or...
Sure, do it.
Okay, so this is literally the very beginning of Mechanicus. Like, at the very start of the game. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call a temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For even in death I serve the Omnissiah. And this guy that's saying this is literally a skull who he has carefully grafted his entire consciousness into circuitry and everything to live forever. He's just a floating skull.
Based.
Yeah.
I agree, except for that last part about dedicating his life to whatever. I dedicate my life to finding waifus and collecting them, like Pokemon. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, he's just absolutely like, holy shit.
D.
The line beam, I'll write it down since,
Yeah, write it in chat, then I'm gonna end this. But Kree, you are a waifu. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're right, I did. I forgot the... But I'm already saved for the machine is immortal. Yeah.
Alright. Ending now, then. Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. Bye-bye.